Determine the point estimate of the population proportion, the margin of error for each confidence interval, and the number of individuals in the sample with the specific characteristic x for the sample size provided. The lower bound is 0.051, upper bound is 0.074, and n is equal to 1,120. So for this problem, we're going to use those formulas for lower bound, which is equal to p hat minus e, and we're going to use those values for upper bound, which is p hat plus e. Now, without doing, say, the math or plugging in the numbers, if I was to add these two things up, right, because we need to figure out this p hat and we need to figure out e. So if I add these two things together, I would get lower bound plus upper bound on my left side, p hat plus p hat, which gives me 2p hat, and then negative e and positive e cancels out, so then no e, no error margin, or margin of error. So to get p hat by itself, I would divide by 2 on both sides, and that would give me p hat. So then p hat is equal to your lower bound plus your upper bound divided by 2. So to do that, we're pretty much there. We could just plug that into the calculator, use some numbers, and figure out what p hat is equal to. So lower bound is equal to 0.051, upper bound 0.074. I'm adding those two things together. I'm dividing by 2. I get p hat. P hat. P hat is equal to 0.0625. That's p hat. Now similarly, we can do this again, right? But instead of adding the two, we're actually going to subtract the two things. So let's erase, or we can do it down here. Let's do upper bound is equal to p hat plus e. Ooh, it won't let me write. Lower bound is equal to p hat minus e. If we subtract the two things, we'll get upper bound minus lower bound. P hat minus p hat becomes 0. E minus a negative e is the same thing as saying e plus e, so that gives me 2e. And then just like for my p hat, I'm going to divide both sides by 2 to get e. So then e will be equal to your upper bound minus your lower bound divided by 2. So you can go to the calculator and figure out that. Upper bound 0.074 minus 0.051. So then e is equal to 0.023. Last thing we have to figure out is x. To figure out x, it's really easy. We're just going to use the basic idea of a p hat. So p hat is equal to x divided by n. Here's our p hat. Here's our n value. So then what we're going to do, we're going to multiply p hat times n to equal x. So we go to the calculator. 0.0625 times 1,120. So our x is equal to 7.